Hello everyone. In this session or in this video, we are going to discuss about the pendulum problems by using Coulomb force. Okay. So in first PUC, you must have already studied that. If I consider a pendulum here, okay, so there will be a rigid support to which a bob is connected. Okay. So with a massless string, very light weight string. So this is the string or the wire of length L. So this is the bob, metallic bob with mass M. So when we pull it to some height like this and leave, what happens? It oscillates. What is the time period of oscillation? Time period of oscillation is given by 2 pi square root of L divided by G. 2 pi square root of L divided by G. If we take this 2 pi this side, T divided by 2 pi is equal to square root of L divided by G. So T divided by 2 pi is nothing but, what is that? Omega, 1 by omega, because omega is equal to 2 pi by T. That is equal to L divided by G under the root. Take square on both sides, you will get omega square is equal to L by G, or L is equal to omega square. No, L is equal to G divided by omega square, like this you have studied in first PUC. Yes or no? And you can calculate the frequency, angular frequency, omega, time period, all those things. Here, let us focus on this one, time period. So now what I will do is I will take two such bobs of very less mass. You can consider pith balls, okay, and give them charges, equal charges. What happens here? Here we have the pendulum to which two balls are connected of equal charge. So this is mass M, this one is also having mass M. This is having charge plus Q, this one is also having charge plus Q. Now, because of electrostatic force, they repel each other. Let's consider this is the force acting on the charge, this side as well as this side. I will focus on one charge. So now let us write or mention how many forces acting on the charge, one charge. So this is a charge Q. One more force acting due to gravity, that is mg. And there is a tension here, T. So there are three forces that I am considering here. Air resistance na consider ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. I am not considering air resistance. Electrostatic force plus repel each other, ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸು, ಎರಡನೇದು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ, ಇದನ್ನ ಥೀಟಾ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ T along y axis, T along x axis components ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು? So if I write a force in this direction, that is T, this is theta and this one is also theta, right? Alternate angles. If this is theta, this is also theta. So here you will get T cos theta. T cos theta. So this side you will get T sin theta. T sin theta. Correct, no? T cos theta, T sin theta. Let's consider the total distance between these two is x, or you can consider it as r also. The distance between the two charged balls or bobs or pith balls is x. You can consider it as, what is that, r also. So let us consider this triangle here. This triangle, okay. So this is how much? X by 2. The angle is theta. This we don't know. This is, let us consider the length of the string is L, okay. So as of now, so this triangle I have considered here. Now let us equate these two forces and these two forces. T sin theta is equal to Fe. T sin theta is equal to Fe. Fe is what? Electrostatic force, Coulomb force. That is given by 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q square by, here the distance is x square. In competitive examinations, sometimes we use 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught as k only. We just write. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught k and the constant ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, but the problem is even the dielectric constant is represented by k. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು k ಅಂತ constant ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, that is also represented by k. So whenever you get dielectric constant, don't write this one as k because k get cancelled. So this k is different, this k is different. That's why I have directly written it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, even though if I have not considered dielectric constant. Now t sin theta is this much. If you want to write, you can write it as k. Then one more is t cos theta. T cos theta, that is equal to ಏನಿದೆ, t cos theta is equal to mg. Now let us divide these two. This is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. If we divide equation 1 by 2, what do you get? Sin theta by cos theta, tan theta. T get cancelled, which is equal to, shall I write this one as of now as k? So k q square by x square divided by mg. This one divided by this one, mg divided by mg. Or you can write x square separately into mg. What is tan theta from this? Tan theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. So what I will do is, let us take theta is small. If theta is very small, this hypotenuse side and adjacent side will be almost same. If theta is very small, adjacent and opposite will be almost same. So we can write sin theta in place of tan theta. So here I will write sin theta for small angles. For theta small, we will write sin theta, which is almost equal to k q square divided by x square mg. Now tell me, what is sin theta? Sin theta is given by opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is total is x, half of it is x by 2, x divided by 2 divided by hypotenuse is the length l. So x divided by 2l. So from these two, what I can get is x square into x is x cube is equal to 2l. I will multiply this side, 2lk q square divided by, what is there? Mg is there. So if you want to substitute the value of k, you can substitute. So here x cube is equal to 2lk, k is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 2lk q square by mg. What is that I need to write? That's it, right? Cube. Let me substitute the value of k. 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into mg. 2 2's are get cancelled. So x cube is equal to q square l divided by 2 pi epsilon naught mg, because 2 2's are 4. So this is the formula for x cube is equal to, displacement. If you want to find out x, cube will come this side. X is equal to q square l divided by 2 pi epsilon naught mg power 1 by 3. Bariboda? Yes or no? So just solve it. This is very very important for JEE mains. Okay. Now by using this, we will learn one more concept. What is that? Hope it is clear to you all. You can pause the video and copy. So this is the displacement. Okay, let me utilize this. The next one. Here we have the same situation. Ilon bob ide. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಬಾಬ್ ಇದೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ q mass m, okay, separated by some distance x, so half of it is x by 2, this is theta, this is t, this is t cos theta, and this is t sin theta, this is mg, and in this direction electric force. This electric force is because of what? This charge, electric force ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ. ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಲೀಕೇಜ್. ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಲೀಕೇಜ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 20 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. 20 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡು ಒಂದು 0.5 ಕೂಲಮ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆಚೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಲೀಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಲೀಕ್ಡ್, ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಬಾಲ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಲೀಕ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ dq divided by dt. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಲೀಕ್ಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ, so what is the velocity with which they approach each other? They means the balls approach each other. ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಎರಡು ಬಾಲ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ using x cube is equal to q square L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught mg. So I will take this one, x cube here is directly proportional to q square. ತಗೊಂಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? So x is given by what? Or we are differentiating q with respect to x alva. So what I will do, can I take square root on both sides? Yes. So ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. What is that? Question ಬರುತ್ತೆ, equation ಬರುತ್ತೆ. x cube divided by 2 is directly proportional to q. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ x ಹೋಲ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ x 1/2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ x ಹೋಲ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ is directly proportional to charge. ಈಗ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, dq by dt. ಇದನ್ನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ನೀವು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಷನ್ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ, ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ x ಪವರ್ n with respect to x is given by n into x power n minus 1 into dx by with respect to t ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ dx by dt ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. What is dx by dt? Velocity. Rate of change of displacement is called velocity. If I consider x is the displacement. So ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So dq by dt, let me do that here. So q is directly proportional to x power 3 by 2, or q is equal to some constant into x power 3 by 2. ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೋಣ, ಆಸ್ ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೋಣ. ಸೊ dq by dt is equal to differentiate this. In place of n we have 3 by 2, n into x power n by 2 minus 1. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಇಂಟು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಂಟು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ is also you can write c into dx by dt. So dq by dt is equal to ಏಮಂತು c 3 by 2 is a constant, x power 3 by 2 minus 1 is x power 3 minus 2 divided by 2 ಅಲ್ವಾ, into velocity. So ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದು, dq by dt is equal to, okay, c 3 by 2 x power 1 by 2 into v. We have studied that this is also a constant. Correct? Now ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, c is also a constant, 3 by 2 is also a constant. ಏನು ಉಳಿದೀಗ? So x power 1 by 2 into v is equal to constant. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? is equal to x constant divided by x power 1 by 2 ಅಂತ. x power 1 by 2 ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ some constant into x power minus 1 by 2 ಅಂತ. The velocity with which the bobs approach is directly proportional to minus 1 by 2. Correct? Yes or no? So this is about the charge leakage. Now we'll discuss about what if these two bulbs are immersed in dielectric medium. Okay. Okay. Now we have this question, that is two pit balls having charge Q separated by distance x experiencing electric force or electrostatic force, magnetic force as well as tension in the string. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಡೈಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಮ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಡೈಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್. ಆ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡಿನ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಬಾಲಿನ ಯಾವುದು ಬಾಬ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಾಲ್, ದಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಬಾಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಂ ಜಿ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ there is a upward beyond force, that is gravitational force minus gravitational force is downwards, beyond force liquid applies force on the ball upwards, so minus beyond force. Mechanical properties of fluids ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀರ, beyond force, Archimedes principle, beyond force, all those things. So effective weight is given by gravitational force is mg minus sigma gv ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. V is volume of the liquid displaced and V is volume of the liquid displaced, and g is the acceleration due to gravity, and sigma is the density of this liquid. So if we take W effective and here rho g into V, rho is the density of the bulb minus sigma gV. So let us take what is this gV common, rho gV common ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೋ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬೈ ರೋ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, gV ಆಚೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So this will be the effective weight acting on this bulb downwards. Okay, W effective ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, instead of mg you have to take W effective. This rho gV is nothing but mg into 1 minus sigma by rho. This is about the downward force. Electrostatic force ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, Fe, T cos theta, T sin theta. Now if I equate this, so we have T sin theta is equal to Fe, T sin theta is equal to Fe. Fe ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ, electrostatic force 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into K ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Why? Because this liquid is having some dielectric constant K. Dielectric constant K ಅಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, into Q square divided by distance is x square. Okay, this T sin theta. What about T cos theta? T cos theta is equal to W effective. W effective is how much? mg into 1 minus sigma divided by rho. Okay, now sin theta by cos theta is tan theta is equal to this one, that is Q square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into K x square divided by this one, mg into 1 minus sigma by rho. Q is charge 4 pi epsilon naught K, x value, this is the x value. Okay, so you can calculate here x is resistance, x value you can calculate. For small angles x by 2 will take. So let us take sin theta here in this triangle. What is sin theta? Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is x by 2, hypotenuse is length L, So can I write x is equal to 2l sin theta? 2l sin theta. Yes or no? Yes. X value I will substitute here. So tan theta is equal to q square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught k 2 to the 4l square sin square theta mg into 1 minus sigma by rho. Alvaro? Yes or no? So this is about this problem. And pendulum, we have one more case. One case ಇದೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the time period of pendulum when the electric field is applied. Electric field